Facing a budget shortfall of nearly $2 billion, Canada's biggest city has to close the gap.
I did not create this financial mess, but it needs to be fixed.
Property tax is a key source of revenue for cities, and Toronto's is one of the lowest in Ontario. City staff say a 10.5% hike may be necessary to maintain public services.
So many people said again and again that they feel like our city is breaking down. Garbage bins full in our parks, roads cracked.
But when the cost of living is also soaring, higher tax bills are tough to swallow.
It's a struggle these days to make a living and pay their expenses.
I think it's an aggressive increase. Like, we just got one last year. It's a lot.
The dream of home ownership is dying, and adding 10% tax to it just doesn't seem fair.
Critics say officials need to dig deeper and find efficiencies at City Hall. But right across the country, municipalities are struggling, and property taxes are on the rise, ranging from a 4.9% hike in Montreal up to 9.6% in St. John's. Experts say cities are facing inflationary pressures and other big challenges.
Transit fare revenues have not come back to pre-pandemic levels, so those revenues are down. There's still added costs for social services and housing related to the pandemic.
And as Canada's population grows rapidly, so does demand.
People want good services and they want the infrastructure to work. And so, we have to pay for it.
Halifax Mayor Mike Savage says cities need a bigger share of tax funds collected by the provincial and federal governments.
If growth is good, it has to be good for everybody. Cities in Canada are responsible for 60% of infrastructure, but we collect less than 10% of tax.
Halifax is still debating this year's budget, and the mayor says it may not be able to avoid a property tax hike either. Nisha Patel, CBC News, Toronto.